Hey, Carlos Lago with Edmunds here, and this is the 2022 Nissan Frontier. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now, this marks the most significant update to the Frontier since the last generation came out way back in 2005. And beyond this aggressive, cool new styling, there's some stuff going on inside and underneath that we're gonna talk about in this video. Now, we aren't gonna drive the Frontier in this video. We're gonna do that later, but where applicable, we're gonna tell you what you should expect when you get inside and also how it compares to all the other midsize trucks out there, everything from the Ridgeline to the Tacoma to the Gladiator to the Ranger and the Colorado. Can't believe I remembered them all. Anyway, if you like videos like this one, give us a like and a comment, and also hit that subscribe button too. There's more information about this truck in the links below and other trucks like it. And also visit edmunds.com/sellmycar to get an instant cash offer on the car, truck, or SUV you want to sell. This Frontier has changed quite a bit versus the previous generation with this new styling and the additional length it has, but underneath the bodywork is fundamentally the same platform that the previous Frontier used. Now, to be fair, most mid-sized trucks have been around for a long time as well, just like the Frontier. Yeah, the Gladiator and the Honda Ridgeline are newer, but generally this is a segment of trucks that have been around for a while and have received continual updates, just like this Frontier has just received. Let's talk about the front end. Now, if I haven't already said it enough yet, I think the exterior looks really cool, especially on this Pro 4X model, which is the off-road 4x4 version. The front end specifically is neat. I like the attention-grabbing skid plate and these red tow hooks. You know, red is the fastest color for recovery hooks, I guess. You also notice on this front end that you have additional cutouts in the front bumper here that's gonna help you with your approach angle when you're crawling up rocks and doing, you know, cool guy off-road stuff, like taking it on the ziggurat of integrity and getting Arnie involved there to measure clearances. Now, the Pro 4X also comes with things like Bilstein shocks and all-terrain tires, but also new for the Frontier this year is a Pro X version, and that gives you the Pro 4X four-wheel drive appearance on the two-wheel drive model. So you get the tough styling without needing, I don't know, the driven front wheels, I guess. Cool. What's under the hood? Well, when the Frontier first goes on sale, it'll come with a 310 horsepower V6. That's the most horsepower in the class, besting the Colorado with the V6 by a very important 2 horsepower. Now, that's the only engine you get in the Frontier, at least initially. Other manufacturers like Chevy have a turbo diesel for the Colorado, or Ford with the Ranger has a turbocharged 4-cylinder with a 10-speed automatic that we really like a lot. But with the Frontier, it's just that powerful V6. The transmission is a 9-speed automatic, and of course you can get it with a 2-speed transfer case, and of course it's 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive as well. As for fuel economy, the figures aren't yet available, but based off this powertrain's performance in last year's truck, it's safe to assume that you're probably gonna be somewhere around 20 mpg, depending on 2- or 4-wheel drive, of course. The bed is approximately the same dimensions as the other trucks in this segment, but nice new for this year is a damped tailgate. Although I still flinch a little bit when somebody just opens a tailgate and drops it without guiding it down. A lot of bad memories. Anyway, in the bed, you have Nissan's Utilitrack system with these channels that provide spots for you to like lock anchors to help secure storage, which is really nice. You also have a power port in the bed as well. That's pretty cool. Oh, and it's easy to lift up too. This is way nicer than my old Chevy. It's way nicer than my 72 pickup. Look how easy that is. And one finger that. I mean, it's not easy one finger, but that's a pinky workout. Nice. Now, as for towing, your max tow rating is just over 6,700 pounds, and that's better than the last generation truck, but about 1,000 pounds less than the best figures that you'll get from the Colorado, Ranger, and Gladiator in their towing optimized versions. With the tow package on the Frontier, you do get trailer sway control, but no integrated trailer brake. Now, Payload is kind of a similar story at 1,600 pounds in its best payload optimized configuration. That's better than what you get in the previous gen Frontier, but still a little bit less than other mid-sized trucks out there. And also keep in mind that towing and payload figures depend on your cab configuration. So some versions like this Pro 4X are probably gonna have a bit less of either figure than, you know, a more towing or payload optimized configuration. So keep that in mind. Now you can get the Frontier in 2 cab configurations, an extended cab, or what Nissan calls king cab, and a crew cab, like this one. The interior looks solid. It looks like a functional mid-sized truck interior, basically what you would expect when you hop in a truck of this size and price, presumably based on what the pricing may be. We don't quite know yet still. Now, in terms of technology, it's fairly good here. Available 9-inch screen, and that's the biggest screen that you can get currently as of the time of this recording in any mid-sized truck, and that's really nice. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging, USB-C, also the older generation USB, front and rear, so plenty of options for charging your devices. I like the fact that you have an exterior camera system, forward-facing, side-facing, and rear-facing. It's really helpful for off-road driving, and some trucks still don't offer that. In terms of storage, it's fairly strong from a door pocket standpoint and also a center console. It's a traditional layout here: wireless charging pad, front storage area, cup holders, and a semi-generous well underneath the armrest. Visibility seems good too, but those are things that you develop an opinion on as you drive the truck. But so far, fairly nice update in here. Heated steering wheel and heated seats. A lot of other trucks have this too, but it's always a nice thing to have in colder climates. Now, as we hop in the back seat here, I'd say space is okay. Seat back is fairly upright. My knees are just grazing the front seat. I'm sitting behind myself approximately. Now, I'm 5'10", so use that to reference how you might fit back here, or your friends or kids for that matter. As I mentioned, the power ports, you have USB-C and an older generation USB hookup right here. Also, 120 volt outlet right there. As far as storage options go, in the armrest you have cup holders, and then these are 60/40 split rear seats that the seat backs can fold down separately, and then under this side, the passenger side, there's additional storage. That looks like that. The seat that I'm sitting on holds the Fender subwoofer or speaker that's outfitted to this truck, so a lot of bass over here, I imagine. Maybe. Could be fun. So that concludes our first look at the Nissan Frontier, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this truck compares to the other midsize trucks, especially with this Pro 4X variant. It looks so cool, and I hope it's got the capabilities to back that up off-road. Check out for more information, especially pricing, which we don't know yet, although I think it's probably safe to assume that this truck's probably gonna start in the $30,000 range, maybe about there. And also look for more information when this truck goes on sale later this year. Thanks for watching.